Just wanted to comment that in times where you or a family member has to be admitted to a hospital, if you've never been to a hospital, this could be frightening, and it can really dismantle your stability. I mean, nobody expects to go to a hospital. Car accidents, heart attack, cancer diagnosis, newborn. So I think that there are some good hospitals that help you prepare for that by introducing you to the hospital system. I mean, the common thing you'll see in pregnancy is towards the end of the second to the beginning of the third trimester, you'll have a walkthrough in the labor and delivery area, the entrance to the emergency room and all that other stuff, so you don't freak out when you have to go there for the first time. And you see all the babies that are in the little window, the viewing area. But they don't have that for adults that are hypertensive, elevated cholesterol, elevated glucose levels or diabetes, people who smoke, who get infected. You know, you would think, I'm fine, I'll be okay, but every disease process always progresses. I mean, if you think about it, it's not a disease process that comes into your life, it's your life that evolves, and it's usually the aging process. So as we age, if you're not following a healthy lifestyle, then disease comes faster. And the top killers I always mention in my videos in the US are heart attack and cancer. Stroke has been pushed down a little bit. So sooner or later, you're going to have to meet your doctor in the hospital, hopefully before you meet your maker, those of you who believe in a maker. But what I wanted to talk about is, this is the only time I think that I've ever congratulated or thanked Ronald McDonald or McDonald's. This area is for the NICU, the neonatal ICU. And they also have other places for chemotherapy. They have other places, I believe, in different departments in different hospitals. So nice setup. Over there is the kitchen and refrigerator and basic oven and toaster. Over here is the family waiting room, because you cannot, not everybody that comes to visit can be in the same room at the same time. In the NICU, you only allowed one parent and then one visitor. In some of the ICUs for the adults, you can have 2 visitors at a time, sometimes more, depends on how crowded it is and the rules of the hospital. But in the overflow or in the time that you have to wait, this is fantastic. There's actually free food over there. I got this thing. And they have factor dinners and meals that you can heat up. Very helpful for people that are transitioning to be in the hospital for a while, to help others, help their loved ones. So if you're in the hospital, which I did a video on because I was in the hospital for a weekend when I had chest pain, I knew what to expect. And I mean, I used to round in the hospital, so I know the environment. And I didn't think I would have a heart attack. I didn't think I would be positive. So I kind of knew what would be expected of me, to sit there for a while and watch the tests all become negative. However, it could be frightening if you've never been to a hospital, or if you hate going to the doctor's office and suddenly you're being swarmed by a lot of nurses and doctors and specialists, or an ambulance driver to buckle you down. So the only thing I can tell you is that I really thank Ronald McDonald House for these things, and thank you. But also at the same time, hopefully you'll never have to be here for a relative or yourself. And if you do, it's one day at a time, first off. Number 2, don't be guilty, but once you leave, if you hopefully leave with your family member or yourself, make the change. It's a come to Jesus time when you have to face that mortality, that you could die, or you could have a major disease process. And if you're in your 50s, 60s, and 70s, hey, we're there. And if you haven't found a disease yet, God bless you. or you just don't go to the doctor's office and it's coming. So just because you have a diagnosis of a disease doesn't mean you have to die from it. But I think, don't freak out, but I think it's important to identify and then reverse. I think every disease process, at least the ones I just mentioned, heart attack, a stroke, even cancer, I think they can be prevented. Number one way to reverse or control heart attack is exercise, eat healthy, get good sleep, and have some form of mindful practice or religiosity. That's my thinking. As far as cancer, you would think it's inevitable, but no, it can be found early, and you can stop things that are dangerous and put you into the high risk. Obesity really links to about 7 different cancers. So just by lowering your weight, you'll decrease your risk of cancer. Stopping smoking. So exercise, getting screening. So all these things are important. And I keep on stressing that with everybody. Lead a healthy lifestyle. Exercise every day, or at least exercise weekly. Have some mindful practice. Have some time spent with family. Enjoy life. Don't just work yourself to the bone and assume that you're going to retire early. Usually what I see is you retire and then early with a lot of money, then you spend all that money in the hospital. So it has to be balanced out. So take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones. If your loved ones don't listen to you, then prepare. But I do think that this hospital system can be avoided. And unfortunately with my family, it was too hard to avoid, and it wasn't expected. But because of the family support, because of the grounded lifestyles that we have in Catholicism, I think that we'll be able to make it through faster with less impact than those who are on their own. So even if you're on your own, most big hospitals have a system in place to help you. So don't be frightened, but the most important thing is to get started, get a healthy lifestyle, get the screening tests done, and a good doctor on your side. If you don't have a good doctor, you don't trust a good doctor, come to see me. I'm virtual, but I can definitely help you find your way, get the first step down, and then move forward from that, especially if you've had a bad experience. And since COVID, a lot of people have hated doctors. So please take care of yourselves, exercise, eat properly, and get some good sleep. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.